Hey guys, 2Cav here, and today I'm going to be giving you my reaction to the news that Braxton Miller is out for the season for the Ohio State Buckeyes. It's a huge blow. He has a torn labrum. It was just off a simple screen pass in practice, a simple 7-yard screen pass, and he immediately collapsed to the turf and was carried off the field. And the doctors have performed surgery on him, and he is expected to have to go through a 9 to 12 month recovery period. Now, obviously, I'm very, very disappointed with this, but first of all, I have to say that I'm really just gutted for Braxton Miller. I mean, this was supposed to be his year, to cement his legacy at Ohio State. Win the Big Ten, win the Heisman Trophy, get into the playoff, and now that's all gone. So I'm very, and he's a very humble person. He's an outstanding human being. You never hear anything about him off the field. He's a great representative of Ohio State, and for this to happen to him, after all the injuries he's gone through so far, after all the punishment he's taken, I'm just so sad for him. So this happened Monday in practice, and my initial reaction on Monday was probably like a lot of you guys' reaction. I was kind of in shock that this had happened. Kind of, when it first came out, kind of not quite believing that it was true, hoping that it was something minor, but pretty soon it became apparent that this was something very, very serious. And I'll admit, my initial emotional gut reaction as a fan was that, basically, we're screwed. We've lost the 2-time Big Ten Offensive Player of the Year from an offense with a lot of young guys, with already 4 new starters in the offensive line, and with a defense that is being rebuilt this year. We were really counting on him to carry the team, and my initial reaction again was just that, wow, the season is not, well, the season was over, really, in regards to our national title aspirations. Now, I've had a few days to think about this since then, and my thoughts have kind of changed. I still think that in regards to the national title race and even just getting into the playoff, I think that ship has sailed for this year. Again, 4 new offensive linemen, now a rookie quarterback, a lot of young weapons in the offense that need to be kind of integrated into Urban Meyer's system, and along with the defense, which I think will be somewhat better. But the defense still, is in a new system as well, and it's being rebuilt by Chris Ash and Larry Johnson, along with Luke Fickell, who stayed with us. So I think even making the playoff is a very tough task. They would have to go undefeated, which now with a rookie quarterback and without our star quarterback is going to be a very tough ask. I still think, though, that they can win the Big Ten. They have a very, very good chance to win the Big Ten. And, while I'm very disappointed and, bummed out that, the national title aspirations for this year are pretty much gone, I'm, you're kind of relieved in a sense that that pressure, those expectations are now gone. And I'll be happy if we just win the Big Ten, because even that, with a rookie quarterback, will be not easy. I'm also very excited to see what JT Barrett can do, because he was a 4-star recruit out of Ryder High School in Texas. He was the number 3 dual threat quarterback in his class. He was recruited by Urban Meyer, and you got to figure he wasn't recruited just to ride the bench. So Urban Meyer obviously saw something in him, and not only that, but a few days before Braxton's injury, JT Barrett had played well enough that he was actually moved ahead of Cardale Jones to be the backup quarterback. And the coaches have talked about how well he's played this summer in fall camp, and how well he's distributing the ball, and how much better the offense moves with him in it. So maybe he can be a kind of Kenny Guyton-esque. I don't want to compare him to Kenny Guyton, but maybe he can be kind of Guyton-esque in that sense, that he can, you know, he can distribute the ball, get the ball to the right people at the right times, and keep that offense humming. Now, my thoughts, you know, obviously I'm more positive today, and I think from an emotional standpoint, once the team gets over that, you know, the shock of losing their star teammate, I think this could actually provide a lot of motivation for them, and, you know, foster a kind of nobody believes in us attitude, or, you know, this us against the world attitude, you know, that they will take into the games and use as fuel to prove their doubters wrong. Which I think a few players have commented that even the fans, even some of the Ohio State fans, are writing off the season, and how the players are kind of pissed about that. So I'm hopeful that they can use the doubting and the criticism and everybody writing them off now as fuel to really step up their games to replace the loss of Braxton. So as for me as a fan, nothing is going to change. I'm going to support Ohio State every single week. I'm going to watch every single game, every single snap. I bleed scarlet and gray. I'm still very excited for the season, and I'm excited to see what JT Barrett can do. I'm excited to see what we can do this year, because now we're going to get to see basically Urban Meyer's recruiting. We're going to see how good his recruiting was, because we were supposed to have a lot of depth this year, a lot of young depth. So we're going to see how those players pan out, and those players are going to get even more of an opportunity to prove themselves and develop their talent. So yeah, to close off the video, I think one final thought is that, one final comment. Braxton has apparently decided to redshirt, and he is going to come back for his redshirt senior season, which I think is a good move for him, and it's a great move for the program. It's a good move for him because if he went into the draft this year, coming off of the disappointing end to last season, he had the injury plus not having played any football for a year. I don't really see I can't really see many teams even taking a chance on him in the later rounds. But now he gets to come back. He gets another year of practice, of reps, of learning the offense, of learning how to read defenses, of you know, improving his mechanics, and he also gets another year of free education. He's going to graduate in December, and he's going to graduate school, which I think is really, really cool. And so, while this is a terrible injury, I think this might actually work out very, very well for 2015, because if you think, this was a very young team this year, Everybody's going to have another year of experience. The offensive line is going to have another year to gel. The young weapons on offense will have another year of learning Meyer's system. The defense will have another year to grow and improve. Guys like Raekwon McMillan, Von Bell, Eli Apple, Cameron Burrows, Tyvis Powell will have another year of experience under their belts and with Chris Ash's system. So if Braxton is indeed fully healthy in 2015 and can be a starter, I think 2015 the Buckeyes could be the preseason national title favorites. So nonetheless, I'm still very excited about this year, and yeah, thanks for watching. Feel free to leave a comment below as to what you think is your thoughts on this injury and your thoughts on how the Buckeyes season is going to go this year. OH.